There are two weekly Bible readings that have the word live, be alive in their title. The section that narrates the death of patriarch Jacob and the one that narrates the death of the matriarch Sarah. On numerous occasions, we refer to a person by the number of years he lived. I'm amazed by those who pass the 90s, today even up to 100 years of life, just as if the arithmetic number of years is an achievement. We apparently deduce that God favors them with long life for their important achievement during those years. Should the productive life of contributions to society by the person be measured by a number of years? I remember the legend on a tombstone of a person that said he lived to be 30 and died at 60. Perhaps the person's life can be evaluated only when he or she dies. Then you can recount his or her activities and contributions, his or her influence on other members of his or her family, on his or her friends, and on his or her environment in general. The matriarch Sarah was not only the wife of the founder of the Hebrew people, she was his companion in his mission to propagate the idea of one God. Love is a very important ingredient in marriage, but over the years, it becomes a less determining component. What endures is the mission shared by the spouses, a vision that is common to them about the values that should be the goal in their marriage. We witness today many emissaries of Lubavitch that go to the confines of the world, thousands of miles away, far away from their natural habitat, and yet they stay together. How come there's no rift between husband and wife? There must be many difficulties in those strange places. There is none because they have a shared goal. They are there in order to attract Jews to their ancestral traditions. They have a mission in life, and this is what brings cohesion. This is what brings them together. The Torah contains many details about Jacob's life. While the patriarch Isaac was passive in characters, things were going on around him, and even in the case of his spouse, that was chosen by another, by Eliezer, the faithful servant of his father Abraham. Jacob, on the other hand, was the protagonist of the relevant events of his life, including his difficult relationship with his brother Esau, with his future father-in-law Laban. But in the case of his sons, he could only react to the actions of his descendants. Jacob had a tumultuous life that he lived until he arrived in Egypt at the invitation of his son Joseph during the last period of his life. What happened to Jacob during his stay in Egypt? Maybe in those last years, Jacob only existed. He took in breaths of air, he slept, but he probably stopped living because he stopped being a protagonist, an activist in the events. He was in a strange land. To live means to have influence. To live means to leave a mark on the hearts of others. Otherwise, you only exist, but you do not live. Because life means, as I say, to have influence, to interfere with the development of society. Both Jacob and Sarah lived because they left their personality stamped for posterity. Well, think about yourself. Are you just cruising through life? Are you just existing, really? Are you just taking care of your biological needs? Or do you have a mission in life also? Do you think you are going to leave a mark after you leave this world? Will people remember you for something? Or they will just say, he was a nice guy. Are you contributing something positive to society? Think about it. It is never too early or too late to think about this.